ॐ
ॐ
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय
वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय
सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ
सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ
निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव
सर्वकार्येषु
सर्वकार्येषु
सर्वदा
सर्वदा सरस्वति
सरस्वती
नमस्तुभ्यं
नमस्तुभ्यं
वरदे
वरदे
कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं
विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि
करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु
सिद्धिर्भवतु
मे
मे
सदा
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा
गुरुर्विष्णुः
गुरुर्विष्णुः
गुरुर्देवो
गुरुर्देवो
महेश्वरः
महेश्वरः
गुरु
गुरुः
साक्षात्
साक्षात् परं
परं ब्रह्म
ब्रह्म तस्मै
तस्मै श्रीगुरवे
श्रीगुरवे
नमः।
नमः।
ॐ
ॐ सहना
सहना
भवतु
सहनौ
सहनौ
भुनक्तु
भुनक्तु
सह
सह
वीर्यं
वीर्यं
करवावहै
करवावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा
विद्विषावहै।
विद्विषावहै।
ॐ
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः।
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः।
श्री भगवानुवाच अर्जुन अथ पंचमोऽध्यायः।
अथ पञ्चमोऽध्यायः।
Actually, second shloka only Bhagavan Anyway, we'll do the first shloka also. Uh, Arjuna Uvacha
अर्जुन उवाच
Sannyasam Karmanam Krishna
सन्न्यासं कर्मणां कृष्ण
Punaryogam Cha Shamsasi
पुनर्योगं च शंससि
Yachreyayetayorekam
यच्छ्रेय एधयोरेकम्
Tanme Brughi Sunischitam.
तन्मे ब्रूहि सुनिश्चितम्।
Shri Bhagavanuvacha
श्रीभगवानुवाच
संन्यासत्कर्मयोगश्च
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगश्च
निःश्रेयसकरावुभौ
निःश्रेयसकरा उभौ
तयोस्तु कर्मसन्न्यासात्
तयोस्तु कर्मसन्न्यासात्
कर्मयोगो विशिष्यते।
कर्मयोगो विशिष्यते।
Sannyasam, karmanam sannyasam and yogam cha. Both you are praising Shamsasi. You tell me one thing which is for sure. Etayor ekam, which is better among these two? Iti Arjunasya prashnaha. Then Bhagavan says, Bhagavan uvacha, sannyasa and karma yoga both will lead to nishreyas. Jnana karma sannyasa, moksha. Both will lead to moksha only. Sannyasa karma yogascha. Sannyasa lifestyle and the karma yoga lifestyle both are meant for jnanam only. Tayostu, among these two, karma yoga is better than karma yoga. Tayostu, karma sannyasa compared to karma sannyasa. Karma yoga is better. Karma yoga is better than sannyasa, renunciation of karma. So this vakya to be understood sentence is a comparison again between the two lifestyles. It's not. It is the Upadesha is specific for Arjuna and Arjuna like people. Therefore, a little vichara is required. So both renunciation of action and performance of action as yoga. Renunciation of action, karma sannyasa, that is characterized by sannyasa ashrama, ashrama sannyasa, where a person gives a karma and takes a sannyasa, vividisha sannyasa. And performance of action as yoga, that is karma yoga, grihastha lifestyle, both lead to moksha. Both lifestyles are meant for getting maturity, pakvata, and for ultimately for jnana, jnana karma sannyasa. Both of these two, among the two, both, but of these two, among these two, which one is better if it is asked? Arjuna is asking. So what advice should be given to Arjuna? We cannot, the sannyasa is better. Then he will give up and go to Rishikesh. He says performance of action as yoga is better than renunciation of action. Iti. We have seen that although the word Shreyas means better, Shreyas also means moksha. That also meaning is a Shreyas cha prayas cha manushyametah. Kathopanishad also uses the word Shreyas. Nishreyas means moksha. Shreyas means better, Nishreyas moksha. Even Shreyas, the word we use for moksha. We have seen although the word Shreyas means better, it also means moksha. It here also Shreya. Similarly, in third chapter also, Arjuna has the same thing, use of same word. Shreyas, Shreya, which is better. So Tadekam Bada Nishtitya Yena Shreya Agam Apniyam iti he asked. Shreya, there we translate the word Shreyas as moksha. Third chapter, second shloka. Similarly, in the second chapter, when he surrendered to Bhagavan, then there also he said, Shreyasya Nishchitam Brugi Tanme. So many places he uses Yat Shreyat Syat Tat Nishchitam Brugi Tanme, which is, tell me which is really better for me. So Shreyas, the word can be seen. Second chapter, seventh shloka, third chapter, second shloka, and here also. The word Shreyas can mean better, can mean moksha. Depending on the context, we translate. In the Gita, we can translate as moksha. There is no problem in translating. And therefore, here the comparison between the two lifestyles. Therefore, Shreyas means better. Nishreyas means moksha. Here the word is used, Nishreyas. Nishreyaso, Ubau. Both of these are Nishreyaso, Ubau. Both are meant for getting jnanam and both are meant for moksha. Both are meant even jnana karma sannyasa, moksha ityartaha. Nishreyasa means the same, moksha eva. What leads to moksha? Ashrama sannyasa leads to moksha or karma yoga lifestyle leads to moksha? Who will gain moksha? Sannyasi gains moksha or grihastha gains moksha? For moksha, there is no condition that a person must be a sannyasi or must be a grihastha. There is no condition. The person has jnana karma sannyasa, he gains moksha. That is moksha. So what leads to moksha? Bhagavan responds to Arjuna's question by saying both sannyasa and karma yoga lead to moksha. Nishreyasau ubau. Nishreyasau karau. Nishreyasa karau ubau. Dvivachanam. Sannyasaha karma yoga cha. Subject, it is dvivachanam, two are there. Therefore, nishreyasau karau. Nishreyasa karau ubau. Here, nishreyasa karau ubau both. So both lead to moksha nishreyasa. For Arjuna again, it is either or situation. Either this or that. Please tell me. If he says sannyasa, then Arjuna is ready for it. Karma yoga, then that's why he's asking question. He's not happy with the karma, the gora karma. What is engaged in now. So therefore, either sannyasa can do it or karma yoga can, but not both. Either sannyasa can do it or karma yoga, not both. For Krishna, however, there is no either or sannyasa. Either or sannyasa and karma yoga both lead. See, Arjuna's thinking is either sannyasa can give moksha or karma yoga can give moksha, not both. But for Krishna, there is no there is no such either or. Both lead to moksha. Nishreyasa karau ubau. The problem here doesn't have a simple either or solution. But to appreciate this fact requires that sannyasa and karma yoga be properly understood. In each lifestyle, there are advantages and disadvantages. So, what Arjuna is asking is, which one of this title is he is of the opinion that one of them leads to moksha. Bhagavan says, no, both leads to moksha. Ashrama, the ashrama sannyasa or karma yoga lifestyle, both are conducive for moksha. But in each lifestyle, there are advantages and disadvantages, depending on the adhikaritvam. That matters. Adhikaritvam, qualifications of the person. One lifestyle may be advantageous to one person, while the other may be advantageous to another. So it depends on the maturity, it depends on the adhikaritvam of the person. So therefore, which is better if we ask? What could be the answer? Both lifestyles have an equal status because both are means, sadhanas. Sadhana for nishrayas, moksha. Therefore, between these two lifestyles, sannyasam karmanam Krishna, punaryogam cha shamsi. Tell me one thing which among the two is better, is asking. Arjuna is asking. So between these two lifestyles, sannyasa and karma yoga, there is a choice. This is jnana nishta, yoga nishta. Between two nishta, two committed lifestyles, there is a choice. Because both lead to moksha, therefore choice. Choice is there. For moksha, there is no choice. Jnanam is the only means. So that has been repeatedly said to avoid any conflict and confusion. So between the two lifestyles, there is a choice. But Krishna here is not praising sannyasa as a lifestyle. He merely states that there was such a lifestyle. Nor does he ever say sannyasa's lifestyle is preferable to karma yoga. He didn't say. He praises sannyasa only as an end to be gained. It means jnana karma sannyasa as an end to be gained. At the beginning of the third chapter, Krishna said that there were two lifestyles, jnana yoga and karma yoga. Jnana yogena sankyanam, karma yogena yoginam. Lokesmin divida nishta pura prokta maya naha iti. Jnana yoga is characterized by the pursuit of knowledge alone. And karma yoga combines the pursuit of knowledge with karma. It is not jnana karma samuchaya. Karma yoga plus the pursuit of jnanam, shravana manana nidhyasam. That is karma yoga lifestyle. So it is where the karma yoga, that is householders are loaded with more work, more activity. They have to do karma as well as they have to pursue jnanam both. Whereas sannyasi, they don't have any other thing to do, only committed to shastra dhyanam. In the shloka presently under study, Krishna again refers to these two lifestyles as being equal. Nishraya sakarau ubau. Both lead to moksha. Since both of them are the means, then what else could he do? Even though Arjuna wants to know only one of them, Krishna has to teach both. Therefore, once again, Krishna seems to be confusing him. Arjuna asking one, but Bhagavan says both. It is wonderful if you understand Krishna's statement. Both renunciation, sannyasa, and karma yoga lead to moksha. But it can be exasperating, irritating if you don't understand it. This is what happened to Arjuna. If both sannyasa and karma yoga lead you to moksha, you may also prefer sannyasa, as Arjuna did, because you are free from responsibilities, societal and social, family. So it is like being told to reach a certain place, there are two routes. One route requires you to walk half a mile, another route requires you to walk 5 miles. The destination is same. Which one are you likely to choose? You will no doubt choose the easier of the two, because we always go for the easiest way to do anything. But we have to see the half mile is there. But half mile, how difficult is half mile? If you have to cross the mountains and valleys and forest, half a mile also. If the path is tedious, difficult, then and the 5 miles is a straight road, which one is better? That also we have to think. Therefore, it is not just by the distance, the difficulties involved also, and the preparedness, adhikaritvam, maturity of the person, all these factors are important. Similarly, if both sannyasa and karma yoga lead you to moksha, you will choose the easier, which is easier, half a mile. The short route is better. Sannyasa, which is easier. At first glance, it looks as though sannyasa, because no active actions, nothing, doing nothing or doing very little is easier. But in fact, sannyasa is definitely the more difficult of the two if you are not ready for it. If the person is not prepared, it is more difficult. Of course, for anything, for If the person is not prepared, it is going to be difficult. But sannyasa is one way. Taken to sannyasa, the person cannot again return back to grihastha lifestyle. Therefore, one has to be extremely cautious, be aware before choosing the sannyasa lifestyle. If you are not ready for it, it becomes a problem. So therefore, Krishna makes it very clear in this shloka that performing action is better than giving it up. Because sannyasa requires pakvata, the maturity, and if you're not prepared, it will be more disastrous. Therefore, karma yoga is better than taking to sannyasa. Renunciation of all actions means that you should be able to be with yourself. That's the most difficult job. You should be happy with yourself, for which you require preparation. That is why Krishna here says here, karma yoga is better than renunciation. That is the reason. And Bhagavan knows, Krishna knows Arjuna very well. Therefore, his temperament is rajas, being Kshatriya, he knows, he is highly active. Therefore, he prefers, as a teacher, he knows what he really good fit for. Therefore, so he says karma yoga is better than renunciation. This doesn't mean, however, that one should not take sannyas. Again, it all depends on the person, his eligibility, his readiness. It simply means that sannyasa is difficult because it requires preparation, maturity. So therefore, one should be ready, and therefore one should be ready for it. As Krishna says, makes it very clear later on. Karma yoga actually paves the way to sannyasa. When karma yoga itself can do the job, then why should take to sannyasa if the person is not ready and suffer? The karma yoga is better. Here Bhagavan Krishna is simply saying karma yoga is better than a mere life of sannyasa without necessary preparation. This should be noted and added. He explains why this is so in the next shloka. So taking to sannyasa without preparation it will be disastrous for the person, will create problem for the person. Instead of moksha, that person will suffer. Because no action, and there are no way to chisel the sharp edges. So at least karma yoga, there one can work to one has got enough avenues to exercise. To exercise his will, its freedom. Karma yoga is really, is free. He's free to do as he wishes, as long as it is in keeping with dharma. But sannyasa is not. He cannot do as he like. So he has got more. In fact, rules and regulations. He should not. There are more don'ts also. There is no do's, no karma to be done, but there are more don'ts. You shouldn't do many things. Then only is a sannyasa. So for a karma yogi, even if he commits mistake, it's not a problem. He can recover, he can bounce back and then continue. So it's all the karma yoga lifestyle. It's all about it's all about the richness of the avenues. What one has to exercise and become prepared. Exercise is not physical exercise. He can work on and sharpen the chisel the sharp edges. So this kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, all these can be handled in the karma yoga lifestyle, but not in sannyasa lifestyle. Sannyasa lifestyle, it requires you have handled, you have mastered. So therefore, karma yoga lifestyle is better. And that too for a person who has rajas, who is highly active. For that person, karma yoga lifestyle is better. He has to grow from being a rajas to sattva. Once he becomes sattvika, then maybe sannyasa. From tamas to rajas to sattva. So therefore, most of the people will be fit or fall under the category of the karma yoga. That is most of the mumukshus. Because rajas being high, Therefore, Karma Yoga lifestyle will suit. Only for the few people who have undergone all these exercises, who have done enough sadhanas and prepared themselves for them, and they have become highly sattvic or relatively sattvic. So for them, sannyasa is preferable. So therefore, there is no comparison between the lifestyles, any lifestyle. So therefore, here comparison is made. Bhagavan in the Upadesha said, karma sannyasat karma yoga. Means for the one who is not prepared, for him, karma yoga is better than karma sannyasa. That is how we have to take it. Because otherwise it will be contradictory to what he had taught in the third chapter. Two lifestyles I have taught. One is karma yoga lifestyle, other one is sannyasa lifestyle. Then he's saying here karma sannyasa, karma yoga vishishyate, then becomes a contradiction. So without necessary preparation, if a person take to sannyasa, karma sannyasa means ashrama sannyasa, compared to that, karma yoga is better. That is the meaning. Now, further he says, karma yoga, sannyasa. What matters is the attitude matters. That's he says in this shloka. He's saying karma yoga is better than life, better than mere life of sannyasa without the necessary preparation. Why? He says in the next shloka. Let us read. Nyayasa nitya sannyasi.
Niyasa nitya sannyasi.
That's another important and beautiful shloka. Yo nadveshti na kankshati.
Yo nadveshti na kankshati.
Nirdvandho hi mahabaho.
Nirdvandho hi mahabaho.
Sukam bandhat pramuchyate.
Sukham bandhat pramuchyate.
Not only the person who has taken to sannyasa ashrama is a sannyasi, that person is a sannyasi who nahadveshti, he doesn't have dvesha for anything. Now, not raga for anything. Na dveshti, na kankshati. He doesn't have ichcha, doesn't have longing for anything. Similarly, he doesn't desire, he doesn't hate anything. Neither raga nor dvesha, neither attachment nor aversion. That person is a sannyasi, even though he is a karma yogi, grasta, is sannyasi because he's free from this dvandva, the pairs of opposites, likes and dislikes. Therefore, is sukam bandha pramuchyate, he becomes sukam bandha pramuchyate, effortlessly. Yes, sukam is not pleasure. Easily, he is freed from this bandha, bondage. Samsara bandha pramuchyate, sukam easily. So what matters is the attitude matters. So that person is a nitya sannyasi. So a karma yogi can be nitya sannyasi if he is free from this dvandva. He gets moksha easily. And if the ashrama sannyasi is not free from raga dvesha, then he is not in fact sannyasi. If he is dictated by raga dvesha, even though he has taken to sannyasa ashrama, he is not a sannyasi. Whereas the karma yogi who has not taken to sannyasa ashrama is free from raga dvesha. Raga dvesha has no effect on him. He has mastered raga dvesha to relatively is free from raga dvesha, the pressures of raga dvesha. That person is nitya sannyasi. So that is a comparison made. Karma sannyasat karma yoga vishishyate. Therefore, it's not really a comparison. It is says for the one who is not prepared, karma yoga is better. For the prepared, sannyasa. So choice is there. Therefore, one can choose. The end being jnana karma sannyasa, choice being there. So one can choose according to one's maturity, one's readiness. A person who neither aids nor longs for anything should be known as always a renunciate. It is always nitya sannyasi, not kadachit sannyasi, always sannyasi. Oh Arjuna, because one who is free from the opposites, likes and dislikes, is effort testy, sukham, bandhat. Sukham bandhat pramuchyate, release from bandhat, samsara bandhat. We saw that in answer to Arjuna's question whether sannyasa leads to moksha or karma yoga leads to moksha. Which lifestyle leads to moksha? He asked. Bhagavan said both. Both lead to moksha. If you have the knowledge, you are already a sannyasi. If you are not a jnani, then there is a choice in that. There are two lifestyles for pursuing the knowledge: Karma Yoga lifestyle, Sannyasa lifestyle. But having said this, Krishna said the difficulty is inherent in merely giving up all action, karma sannyasa, without necessary preparation. By saying that Karma Yoga is preferable, he says. That is why sannyasa ashrama is difficult. For most of the people, it is difficult because one has to have sufficient preparation. One should be with oneself. There are no responsibilities, and therefore no karma, no actions are there. So all the time he has to be with himself. So one should be able to handle oneself. One should have the necessary pakvata, the maturity, to be able to handle oneself. That is difficult. You are not surrounded by people. You are surrounded only by books. If at all, if you are committed to studying Shastram. So therefore, if you are committed to only to Shastra, then there is no problem. Otherwise, it's a problem. All the time you have to do Vedanta Chintanam. Whereas for Grihastha, Karma Yogi, he can relax, but for a sannyasi, the relaxation is only in Shastra Adhyanam. Everything lies only in Shastra. That's why he is free. That is why preparation is required. In the beginning, one cannot, for the one who is not prepared, he cannot completely immerse himself in Shastra Adhyanam. It's difficult. Instead of doing the favor, it will be counterproductive. Therefore, Karma Yoga is preferable for the person who is not prepared, he says. To say that Karma Yoga is better than Karma Sannyasa is strictly from the standpoint of one's qualifications. Important. Adhikaritvam matters. Since both are the means for moksha alone. This should be very clear. If this is not clear, then only the confusion happens. Which one is better, as it happened for Arjuna? Both are meant for moksha only. Karma sannyasa is difficult, and therefore Karma Yoga is better for the one who is not prepared. The Karma Yogi and the Karma Sannyasi, both are mumukshus, both are ajnanis, both are mumukshus. They both desire moksha, liberation, freedom. The only difference is that the Karma Yogi has duties to perform and Sannyasi doesn't. Sannyasi doesn't have duty, therefore only has all the time with himself. And if you have no duties to perform, you should be able to live with yourself and pursue knowledge to the exclusion of all else. No social interactions, no recreation, nothing. So all the time, you should be able to live with yourself, face yourself, which takes a certain preparedness. This is why Krishna says that Karma Yoga is better than simply giving up action. Then Bhagavan's definition of a sannyasi. Who is really a sannyasi? Nyayasa Nitya sannyasi. That he is a Nitya sannyasi, not Kadachitya sannyasi. Yona dveshti na kankshati. Yaha na dveshti na kankshati. Doesn't have ragadvesha. He has freed himself from ragadvesha. That person is a sannyasi. That is the definition of Bhagavan's definition of a sannyasi. We will see that in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Dhanyavadaha.